Hello, welcome! Welcome sa ating klase. We have 5 viewers already. Magpakilala po kayo kung sino kayo. Mag-English ba tayo ngayon? Magandang hapon. English daw, Rufino. Nagtatagalog din ako. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our live lesson. I'm your teacher, 11. Welcome, Rufino and Kuya Jose. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everything. Wait lang tayo for more people. Javis, Stephanie Diato. Hello po. Hello, Steph. Try nga natin. Na ano gamit mo? Cellphone lang, laptop. Ay, sino naka-laptop sa inyo? Hello, Tintin. Kasi meron dito feature na pwedeng mag-invite, mag-appear sa screen. Ah, okay. Try nga natin. No, try natin sa cellphone mo. Sisendan kita ng PM ng link. Ah, try mong i-click kung makakapasok ka dito sa live. Try natin. Invite, copy. Rufino. Try natin ha. Kung ano mangyayari. Try mo i-ano to na. Pindutin. Kung ano mangyayari. Kung makakapasok ka dito sa live ko. Kasi pwede kasing merong ano dito visitors. Good afternoon, Kuya Jasper. Ate Tintin, good afternoon. Hindi ko sure, baka kailangan din ng naka-StreamYard din yung i-invite. Wala kayong klase, Kuya Jasper and Kuya Jose. Wala kayong klase ngayon. Wait lang natin yung iba ha. Ako yung mga guest tayo. try mo i-click no kung ano mangyayari. Kasi first time kasi dito kasi sa StreamYard, parang pwede mag-invite ng guest na mag-appear din dito sa live. Yan. Ano ba, baka mabigyan ng chance na mag-appear ka dito. Wait lang tayo ng 4 minutes ha. Exactly 1:10 start tayo ng ating pong lesson para hindi masayang yung oras natin. Especially to those who came very early or on time na nag-standby talaga for our live this afternoon. Welcome everybody. Device not connected. Why? Meron dito nakalagay, kick from studio, ban from studio. Device not connected. Okay. Paano kaya ito? They will need to connect their mic from you. Mic cam before you can add them to the screen. Like their cam. Ay mag-open ang cam. Sayang, nag-appear dito eh. Device not connected. Hello po, Ate Arlene. Di bale, brother, Serafino. Next time, ayusin natin to. Para pwede tayo mag-invite dito ng ating mga participants. Okay? Thank you. Cheng Chong Cheng. Hello, Cheng Chong Cheng. Cheng Chong Cheng Chong. Who is this? Cheng Chong Chong. Hello, Mami. Si Nanay Waray ako. Hello po. From Hong Kong. Thank you po. One of our friends, atin po isang YouTuber din na friend po natin. Very supportive. Thank you po. Sino po si Cheng Chong Cheong? Ayos, kilala ko. Parang si Christian to, no? Ni hao. Ni hao. Super sticker. Thank you po, thank you. Ano ba to? Super sticker, Hong Kong 9.90. What does it mean? Nanay, nagpadala po kayo $9.90 Hong Kong dollars. Is that sure? From Pangholo, Malabon City of Pansit. Thank you po, thank you. I visited you a while ago po. I just said hello to your live stream. Hello, Ate Arceli. Wow, thank you po. Thank you so much. hindi ko alam kung so that means to say activated na po yung super stickers. Thank you po so much. Hello, Ate Sophie. Wow, kasama natin si Ate Sophia. Sige po, 1 more minute. We will start our lessons. We have ang setup po natin yan ay live grammar lesson and nag-prepare po ako ng lesson plan para sa atin pong para maging makabulan ng ating pong lesson this afternoon. And I hope that this will be very helpful to all of our students who are studying right now, especially those who have difficult with using prepositions. Okay, I'll try my best to teach you the best that I can so that you can really absorb these grammar lessons. Yan, nag-English na ako ha. Sensya nyo na English natin. Trying hard tayo, trying hard. Okay, if you have your friends who are interested to learn English, okay, you can invite them to attend our live grammar lesson, live English lesson, so that they can also learn. And let's just enjoy our lesson this afternoon. Okay, this is intended really for because I have my students, okay, mga tutees natin ng English, and it's impossible pa na magtipon-tipon. Usually ito kami sa bahay nagtitipon-tipon, but medyo nakakatakot pa yung coronavirus, so I decided na mag-live na lang muna where they can attend and participate sa atin pong lesson. But di pa talaga mapapalitan yung face-to-face na tutorial natin. Pero for the meantime, we'll be having our live. Okay, siguro start na tayo, no? We will not be waiting for those people who are not yet. So para hindi sayang yung oras ng mga nandito na ngayong hapon. And let's start. Welcome everybody sa ating pong lesson. If you are ready, please give me a yes, 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 yes. And we will start our lesson now. Okay? So I'll just share my screen. So our lesson for today is about prepositions, okay, of time and place. And of course, alam natin yung prepositions. These are in, on, by, since, at. But today we are just going to focus on 3 prepositions, that is in, on, and at. Okay, so later on we'll be learning more of that. Good afternoon, Kuya Robert. Welcome sa ating live. So let's start with our lesson. Okay, I hope you can have your pen and paper so that you can jot down some things that remarkable to all of you. Okay, so start natin yung ating prepositions of time and place. Okay, to start with our exercise, we are going to have our exercise for this afternoon, and I'll be giving you 5 sentences. Okay, and this is the directions. For each question, choose the single best preposition that fits correctly in the sentence. Of course, our choices are in, on, and at. Okay, so let's try. I want you to send your answers on the chat box. And this is just an exercise to let me know how much do you know about prepositions. Okay, let's start with number 1. Okay, we get up blank the morning. We get up blank the morning. Okay, you can send your answers now on our chat box, please. What is your answer? In, on, or at? Later on, we will be giving prizes, okay, sa mga magpa-participate. And later, sa ating almost in the end, okay? So, almost everybody answered in, okay? So, the correct answer is in, okay? That's in. We get up in the morning. Very good, students. Next, let's have question or sentence number 2. Okay. Oh, where's number 2? Nawala. Ay, natakpan. Wait lang. Tanggalin natin yung... Saan ba ito? Tanggalin natin yung... Wait lang ha. Tanggalin ko lang yung... Natakpan eh. Nasaan na ba ito si Kuya Robert? Hindi ko na makita si Kuya Robert ha. naka si Kuya Robert sa nakaharang sa question natin. Where is this na? Kuya Robert. Oh, nawala. Wait lang ha, wait lang. Ito. Okay, hide. Okay, so let's proceed now to number 2. We go to bed blank night. We go to bed blank night. What's your answer? Okay, somebody answered at. Okay, what else? Do you have any idea? At Stephanie, at. Okay, John Robert, at. Okay, that's all correct. We go to bed at night. Okay, that's very good. So these are simple exercises only. Let's move on to number 3. Okay, it's always hot blank summer. It's always hot blank summer. What's your answer? Number 3. Tagan yung mga anak ng number 3, okay, para malaman natin. Number 3, what's your answer? Number 3, on summer. On summer. On summer. On. Okay. Hello, Ate Maymay. Good afternoon. Si Ate Steph, on. Okay, ang tamang sagot dyan mga anak ay in. It's always hot in summer. It's always hot in summer. Okay, that is the correct answer. Okay, good try, good try. Number 4, anyway, this is just an exercise. Okay, number 4, the movie starts at 2 blank the afternoon. Okay, the movie starts at 2 blank the afternoon. Mali lahat, sabi ni Jose. Okay, that's a good try. Okay, we are learning here. Number 4, the movie starts at 2 blank the afternoon. What's the correct answer? OM. What's OM? On. Okay, on. Okay, sige po, sagot lang, sagot tayo. What's your answer? Is that on and at? Okay, Robert in, Ate Jemima on. On. Okay, Kuya Jose on. On. Okay, last 3 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 5 seconds pala. Okay. Ang tamang sagot dyan mga anak ay in. In. Okay. The movie starts at 2 in the afternoon. Okay. In the afternoon. Ang tamang sagot dyan. Mamaya, malalaman natin yan. So, thank you for trying. Ang tamang sagot ay si Ate Jemima and si Kuya Christian. Okay. And then si Ate Steph. Number 3 pala yan. Number 4 na tayo. Okay, good. Thank you. Next and lastly, number 5 before we proceed to our main lesson. Autumn begins blank September. Okay, number 5. Lagyan po natin ng number 5 ha, para alam ko kung saan nyo sinasagot yun. Autumn begins blank September. What's your answer? Hindi ba ganun kalakas yung sound ko? Malinaw ba yung sound ko? How about yung background music natin? Number 5, sagot ni Kuya Robert ay on. Kuya Rufino, on. Ate Jemima, in. Sophie, hi Sophie! Nag-aral din Ate Sophie ng English. Si Kuya Christian, on. Malinaw po. Thank you, Brother Rufino. At. Okay. Autumn begins at September. Okay, thank you po. Ate Tintin ay on. Kuya Irish, at. Ate Steph, on. Okay, later maintindihan natin yan nasa mga rules natin. We have rules to study later on. Alright, okay, so last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the correct answer is in. Okay, ang tamang sagot natin dyan ay in. Autumn begins in September. Okay, walang nakatama sa ating mga students, Tingnan natin. Si Ate Jemima. Palakpakan nga natin si Ate Jemima. Okay, very good. Akala ko may klase ka ngayon. Salamat, salamat, Ate Jemima. Very good. Very good try. Salamat sa inyong try. And let's move on now to our main lesson. Let's go on to our next slide. Maiksi lang naman to yung slides natin and yung lesson natin. Okay, so our objectives for today, okay, so students will be able to recognize prepositions. Okay, so wash hands. Okay, sorry po. Okay, so punta na tayo sa ating objectives. So yung ating lesson today is hindi lang para makapag-live tayo, kundi we have the objective that we will learn about this topic. Okay, so number one objectives natin is students will be able to recognize prepositions. Okay, so today, as I've told you, we're going to have 3 prepositions only, but there are a lot of prepositions. There are since, for, by, okay, about, around, behind, besides. So there are a lot of prepositions, but these 3 are the most confusing sa ating pong mga students. So we'll be focusing on this in our lesson. Okay, so number 1, students will be able to recognize prepositions. So I know that you can recognize prepositions. Number 2, students will be able to distinguish prepositions of time and place from each other and from other prepositions. Okay, so we are going to talk about prepositions of time and prepositions of place. Okay, tandaan natin yung ating pong goal this afternoon para po hindi masayang yung ating pong pag-attend ng ating pong live ngayon pong hapon. And number 3, students will be able to use prepositions in sentences. Okay, so later on in our lesson, we will be creating sentences to let for me to know that you have learned something from our lesson. And also we have our what they call this one, quiz later on after our lesson. All right, so let's proceed now. That is our objectives, or those are our objectives for this afternoon. And let's move on now to our main lesson. So what is preposition? Yung background music ko ba, sakto lang yung lakas, or medyo naguguluhan kayo pag merong background music? Para patayin natin yung background music natin. Just let me know kapag medyo nadidistract kayo sa sound natin. Okay lang? Okay lang kahit may background music? Hindi naman na overpower? Just let me know. Okay lang po. Okay, sakto lang po. Alright, sige, let's continue on. So, what is preposition? A preposition is a word that relates or connects words in a sentence to each other. Okay, so we use prepositions to relate or to connect words in a sentence. Okay, prepositions can show directions, place, or time, as well as other relationships. So most of the time we know that prepositions are used for directions, place, and time. Okay, so all prepositions have objects. Okay, so when we say objects, okay, what is being referred to about in the sentence? The object of a preposition is the word or phrase it refers or relates to. Okay, so let's proceed to the next slide. Okay, so here, for example, number 1, we have sentence, look at the horses in that field. So our preposition in this sentence is the word in. Okay, that is our preposition, and object of the preposition is that field. When we say object in the sentence, these are the things that receives the action. Let us always remember that. Okay, when we talk about object in the sentence, these are the things that receives the action. So if we have subject, the subject is the doer of the action, or the main topic of the sentence, and then the object is the receiver of the action. Okay, so here in this sentence, look at the horses in that field. So we have in as the preposition, and that field is the object of the preposition. Okay, so next example. Okay, just send me a feedback, okay, if it's clear, so we can proceed. If you have questions, you can raise your questions in our chat box so that I will know if I'm going to proceed to the next slide. Okay, is it clear? Okay, clear na tayo sa object of the preposition? Just give me a yes if you are okay with that already, with that explanation. Alright, yes po. Okay, let's move on. May 2 or 3 na magsabing yes, then let's move on to the next one. Okay, next example. So, do you want sugar in your coffee? Do you want sugar in your coffee? So, in this example, again, our preposition is in. And the object of the preposition is your coffee. Okay, so the object answers the question what? Do you want sugar in what? In your coffee. So that's how you're able to recognize the object in the sentence. Here, it functions as the object of the preposition. Okay, so always remember that prepositions comes before the object it connects or it relates to. All right, next, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so we are going to proceed now to the lesson proper. Okay, so I'm going to show you a diagram. Okay, so you can familiarize. We will be explaining this diagram to you. Okay, so here I have here a triangle. Okay, so I have here a triangle. So on the top is the word at, in the middle is on, and in is at the bottom. Okay, so when are we going to use the word at? So it says here in our chart, okay, we are going to use at specifically for hours. Like for example, at 5 p.m., at 12 o'clock. So I know that students are very familiar with this one. So when it comes to time, we use the word at. Okay, buffering. Okay. Until this time, Kuya Irish, buffering pa din? Or sa iba, okay naman? Okay, sige, tuloy lang tayo. So, hours, it's at 5 p.m. So, let's move on to the next one. We have the word on. So, we use on. Okay, ngayon po, we are just, sa ano muna tayo, sa time muna tayo. We are here in preposition of time. Kasi later on, this will be very, very complex. Okay, so familiarize na natin to when it comes to time para mag-stick na sa mind natin to. Para pag mag-move on tayo sa a more complex one, it will be easy for you to recognize. Okay, so when we talk about days, we say on Monday, on October 11th, on New Year's Eve. Okay, so that's the use of the word Monday. If you are going to ask, okay, if I'm going to ask Kuya Rufino, when is your birthday? Can you please answer me in complete sentence? Okay, everybody, okay, if you can listen to me, okay, I'm going to ask you, when is your birthday? I want you to create your own sentence and put it on in the chat box, please, so that I can know if you know how to answer in that question. When is your birthday? Come on, let your answers come. I want to see your sample sentences using the word on when it comes to talking about your birthday. When is your birthday? My birthday is on October 26. Okay. What else? Meron pa ba? Yan, tama, brother Kuya Rufino, your answer is correct. My birthday is on October 26. Okay, but I'm going to teach you how to make it a more detailed and sentence that is much better. You can say, my birthday is on the 26th of October. Okay, properly or technically, when we create a sentence and telling about our birthday, this is the proper order. My birthday, okay, I'm going to type it on the chat box, okay? My birthday is on the, okay, you can write the date first or the day first, 26th of October. All right, there we go. My birthday is on the 26th. No, nangyari. Something popped up on my screen. Okay, my birthday. Oh, what happened? Okay, my birthday is on the 26th of October. Okay, Kuya Jose, that's good. My birthday is on the 24th of February. Okay, so that is how you are going to tell your birthday in a correct way. Okay, so that is for on. Okay, 18th of August. That's very good. Okay, my birthday is on the 18th of August. That's very correct. Okay, let's move on now to the next one. So don't forget, on Monday, on October 11th, and then on New Year's Eve. All right, next, let's move on to the word in. Okay, so we use in for weeks. For example, in 3 weeks, in months, in June, for years, in 2016, in decades, in the 80s, centuries, in the 1900s. Okay, so whenever we use weeks, months, years, decades, centuries in your sentence, use the word in. All right? Okay, I hope this is very clear. So, at, on, and in. So, we use, kaya nasa tuktok yung at natin because it, di ba yung tuktok natin ay paliit ng paliit. So, when we use at, it is more of a specific time and place. Okay, next, let's move on to the next slide. This is more complex one. Look at this carefully. Okay, so here we have time and then we also have location. Okay, dito tayo na nagkakaroon ng problema sa location. Okay, so we can see here at, again, at the top, and then on, more specific, and then in for general. Tandaan nyo yan, on specific, more specific, and in general. So let's go back again. As I've discussed a while ago, we are going to use at 5 p.m., at 12 o'clock, at 7 p.m. And again, on Friday, on days, and then May 2, 2014, dates, okay, my birthday, something like that. And then centuries, weeks, months, years, and decades. So let's go to and proceed to our location. Okay, so for addresses, okay, we use the word at if you are going to state a complete address. For example, our address in our church is, the address of our church is number 32 Makana Street, Panghulo, Malabon. So we use the word at especially kapag ilalagay natin yung number and even yung street. Okay, tandaan niyo yung mga students natin na we use at, okay, when we state the number and the street of your address. So yun po, use natin yung at. For example here, 734 State Street, the Empire State Building. Very specific yung address. That's why we use the word at. All right. Next, we use the word on. It's more specific. Let's say, like, for example, the Septima, Oxford Street, on the corner. The Septima, Oxford Street, on the corner. We use the word on. Alright, kapag may question tayo ha, just type it on the chat box para mamaya masagot natin. And then, next, let's move on to the next one. We have in. It's general. Okay, it's general. So we have the neighborhood, the country, the city. So we use the word in. I live in Malabon. I live in the Philippines. Okay, so when we talk about general locations, we use the word in. Okay, I hope this helps a lot. You can also search this on the internet kapag medyo problema kayo sa pagre-recall. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, here I'm going to give you some expressions, okay? If you will be able to memorize this, hindi na tayo mahirapan sa ating mga sentences. So, for example, we have the word at, okay? At home, at school, at the airport, at the university. Okay, so medyo familiar lang natin to. Minsan, kapag maganda yung tunog niya, then we're sure that it's correct. Okay, kapag okay yung tunog niya. So, at home, at school, at the airport, at the university. Excuse me. Next, at 5 p.m., at night, at noon, at midday, at midnight. Okay, and then at the station, at the bottom. You can also say at the mall. Okay, so familiar sa natin yun, yung the word at. Next, we have the word on Monday, on holiday, on time. She came on time, for example. On weekend. I love playing basketball on weekend. On birthday. We use on for your birthday. Next, on Christmas. On New Year. On May 11. Okay, and then we have on the bus, on the train, on the ship. Okay, can we say in the car, on the car? Sa tingin nyo, why do we use in the car but not on the bus, on the train, on the ship? Do you have any idea? Please share your ideas. Okay, why do we say on the bus, on the train, on the ship, but we use in the car? Okay, do you have any idea about this one? Please send your answer on the chat box. I'm asking you a question. Any idea? Yan, send lang po kayo ng inyong idea. Any guess, okay, that will be acceptable. Meron ba? Andiyan pa ba yung mga student ko? Pass po, pass. Andiyan pa ba yung mga students ko? Yan, okay. Walang idea, walang idea? Kasi hindi naman po sinabi na nasa loob siya. Okay, ayun po. Thank you, Ate Arden. Ask ko lang po, pwede po ba ang tanong na mag-end with a preposition? Ask ko lang po, pwede po ba ang tanong ay mag-end? Yes, yes. Commonly, okay, native people use prepositions at the end of the sentence. Okay, so who are you talking with? For example, who are you talking with? Okay, I'm talking with my boss, something like that. That's a good question, Kuya Irish. Okay, we can end our sentence with a preposition. For example, what are you talking about? See, the word about is a preposition, so we can end our sentence. Ano po ang tanong? Lag ako. Ate Maymay, our question is, why do we use on the bus, on the train, on the ship, but in the car? We use in when it's used in smaller object or vehicle. Okay, that's a good point, Kuya Jose. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to explain further about this. Okay, so we use on the bus, on the train, on the ship because they are, katulad ng sabi ni Kuya Jose, it's bigger. And when you can stand, okay, when you can stand on a specific or particular vehicle. Sa bus, nakakatayo tayo. Sa train, nakakatayo tayo. Sa ship, nakakatayo tayo. That's why we use on the bus. Okay? But in the car, because a car is just small, so we just get inside, so in the car. Kasi po, kapag po sa bus, minsan maglalakad ka pa po. Tama? Para makaupo. Unlike kapag sa car, upo ka na po. Di po sure. That's correct, Ate Tintin. That's a correct answer. Okay? And then, pag bababa ka naman, okay, ng bus, okay, pag bababa ka ng bus, ng train, ng ship, ano gagamitin mo? Okay, we use get off. get off the bus, get off the train, get off the ship. Okay, but we don't say get off the car. We say get out of the car. Okay, so basic na mga rules yan sa ating pong grammar. So don't forget, on the bus, on the train, on the ship. All right, I hope you are learning. Thank you, Ate Tintin. Ate Tintin, okay? All right. Okay, wait lang ha. I'll just... All right, next, let's proceed to the next. Any question? And let's proceed now to the word in. Okay, the word in. Wait lang ha. Wait lang, konti. Alright, let's continue on sa ating pong next. We have in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Okay, very, ano naman yan, very natural sa atin yan, ginagamit natin in the evening, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But when we talk about night, at noon, at midday, at midnight. Okay, so see the difference. And then in March, so we're going to talk about month. So I was born in March. Okay, I was born in the 1980s. I was born in 2010. So we use the word in. Okay, we also use the word in for seasons. Don't forget, in winter, in summer, in autumn, in fall. Okay, especially kapag meron tayong 4 seasons, but we only have 2 seasons. Okay, so don't forget, in winter, in summer, in autumn, and in fall. And we also use in a minute, in an hour, in a day. And we also use in for decades or years, like in the 1980s or 1980s. Okay, so medyo familiar nyo lang to, guys. Okay, it will be easy for you to create sentences with prepositions. Okay, so any questions? Okay, let me know if you have questions, please. Before we proceed to our next slide, malapit na po tayo. Any questions? Walang question. Okay, kung wala na po tayong question, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, use prepositions in the sentence. Okay, sige po, lahat po ng nakakapakinig pa or watching now, please, I want you to practice creating sentence. Okay, gawa tayo ng tag-isang sentence. Okay, using prepositions in, on, and at. Get off the bus. Okay, ganun din po sagot ko kay Sister Jane. Okay. Okay. Naglalag ba ako? Delayed ba? Okay, anyway, students, okay, let's make a sample sentence para alam natin na naintindihan natin yung ating pong lesson for today before we proceed on to the next part. Diba, gawa tayo one sentence, i-check natin. Okay, any sentence na gusto niyo pong gawin, long or short sentence, it will be okay. I-check natin if you got it correctly. Okay, I'll be waiting for your sentences. Just take your time. Keep them coming. I can finish those tasks in a day. Wow, very good. Okay, that's a very good sentence. Kuya Jose, I can finish those tasks in a day. But Kuya Jose, you can add letter S to the word task. Tasks. Okay, because you use the word those. Those is plural. We use the word those for plural. So the noun that you are referring to should be in plural also. You can say, I can finish those tasks in a day. Okay, I can finish those tasks in a day. Okay, so that's it. So whenever you use the word those, okay, those plural. Okay, she was sleeping in an armchair. Okay, she was sleeping in an armchair. Okay, that's correct, Ate Maymay. Very good. Next, he started work on Monday. He started work on Monday. That's correct. Very Irish. That's very good. I'm on the bus at 7:30 in the morning. Wow, dalawang preposition lang gamit ha. I'm on the bus at 7:30 in the morning. Okay, that's correct. Good sentences. What else? May sentence pa? Natin, I'm going to church at 7 a.m. Okay, correct. I'm going to church at 7 a.m. Very good. Meron pa? My birthday is on April 15, 2008. Thank you, Ate Steph. That's very good sentence. Okay, I'm going to ask question. Okay. Where are you right now? Ano na, ibahin natin. Okay. Magandang tanong. Wala na bang sentence? Okay, she was sleeping in an armchair. Okay, anyway, so I'm here. I'm here. I'm going to church at 7 a.m. Okay, let's go on now to our next slide. Okay, all right. This time we are going to have a quiz. Before malapit na tayo mag-end ng ating pong lesson. So, ready kayo ng papel. Okay, papel and then ballpen. Papel and ballpen and then sulat nyo muna sa papel yung sagot nyo and then later on after ng live natin, i-comment nyo yung sagot nyo sa ating comment section. Hindi dito sa pinaka-chat natin ha kasi wala yan eh. Doon natin i-comment later on sa ating comment section kasi from there, okay, tingnan natin. Walang kopyahan na. Tingnan natin kung sino yung tama sagot. I only 5 questions, okay? And then, ilagay nyo dun later on yung 5 sagot nyo. Isang comment lang. Sama-sama nyo. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Okay? Ready na? So, if you have your pen and, pwede na i-type sa cellphone nyo, anything na pwede nyong gawin. Okay, so we're going to have our quiz. Okay, so again, we are going to use in, at, and on. Sige, bago tayo mag-quiz, baka meron tayong tanong pa. Baka meron tayong mga nagugulhan tayo minsan with it comes to in, on, at and. Actually, talaga nakaka-confuse tong tatlong prepositions na to. Dito maraming nagkakagulo kasi iba yung behind, around, madali lang eh. Itong tatlo ang parang kasi iba-iba nagkaka-interchange siya lang. Okay, pwede silang gamitin from time to time kaya nakakalito siya. Okay, so if you have questions, please send it on the chat box. Meron ba? Meron tanong? Minsan mga anak, ano lang to eh, familiarization lang eh. Not necessarily na kailangan nating i-memorize. Familiarization lang. Okay, basta lagi natin tatandaan, yung at is more specific and then yung on ay more specific and when we say in, it's general. Can we use multiple prepositions in a single sentence, Professor? Yes. We use a lot of prepositions in a single sentence. Posible nga tatlo or 4. Depende sa haba ng sentence natin. Now, later on sa quiz natin, marami diyang mga prepositions. Thank you for that question, Kuya Jose. Okay, let's proceed na sa ating pong quiz. Okay, let's start with number 1. Okay, sulat niyo muna somewhere in your paper, cellphone, and then tandaan niyo na i-comment natin later sa ating pong after ng ating pong live. Okay, sa comment section natin para makita ko and then doon natin merong prize yung makaka-perfect. Walang kopyahan ha. Okay. Sige, number 1 question, number 1 sentence. Okay, for each question, choose the single best preposition that fits correctly in the sentence. Number 1, the headquarters of the United Nations is blank, New York. The headquarters of the United Nations is blank, New York. What's your answer? Hello? Hello? Sino po itong Pacto Prieza? Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for watching. Okay, do you have your answers already? Let's move on to question number 2. She spends most of the day sitting blank the window. Ito, meron tayong dalawang preposition dito, of, and then yung sagot natin. She spends most of the day sitting blank the window. And then number 3, pwede na kayong tumuloy sa number 3 if you're done. The report about the accident was blank the front page of the newspaper. The report about the accident was blank on the front page of the newspaper. What's your answer? Okay, next. I hope you're done. Tapos na ba ng number 3? Just let me know on the chat box if you're done with question number 3 so that I can proceed to the next slide. Done? You're done? Okay, very good. Okay, next, let's move on to slide number, okay, next question, sorry. Number 4, I'll meet you blank the corner of the street at 10. I'll meet you blank the corner of the street at 10. And number 10, it's dangerous to play football blank the streets. It's dangerous to play football blank the streets. All right, I hope you are done, mga students, and that ends our lesson for this afternoon. Thank you sa inyong lahat. I hope that you have learned something. Okay, so if you wanted to really know about this, you can have your further studies, personal studies, kasi mas iba yung personal studies natin, mas nag-grasp natin yung mga lessons na napag-aaralan po natin. But I'm hoping na meron tayong natutunan sa ating lesson this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next Monday. Okay, if you're still interested, next Monday I'll be having our lesson again. Okay, so suggest kayo what lesson, what topic. Maybe siguro next Monday I will be talking about past active and passive voice. Marami din akong student na hirap sa active and passive voice. Kung paano ba tina-transform yung active into passive voice. Okay, so yun yung magiging lesson natin next Monday. If you're interested, please, you are free to come and join our live session. Thank you so much. Thank you po Ate Stephanie, Kuya Jose, Kuya Irish. Sana next time marami tayo. Ate Maymay, doon natin i-comment yan sa sa comment section, wag dito sa chat, sa live chat natin. Ate Maymay, andito na yung sagot mo eh. Sa comment section natin nilagay mamaya. I'll be giving prizes sa mga sa mga ano, surprise lang, surprise. May prize tayo. Thank you, Ate Arlene from Germany. Anong oras na dyan sa Germany, Ate Arlene? Thank you, Ate Tintin. Sana next time, mga anak, invite tayo ng mga classmates natin who are interested also to learn. Okay? Para marami tayo mas masaya. Okay. Salamat sa inyo. We'll end this live right now. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. See you again next Monday. Bye-bye. Bait na ni Maymay. Nagbigay na ng sagot. 6:55 a.m. Kagigising lang ni Ate Arlene. Nakasama na natin. Salamat po sa inyo. Salamat. Bye-bye.